High Chancellor Zex Torol of the Galactic Council stood at the massive crystalline viewport of the Council Station. His three eyes narrowed as he studied the approaching vessel. It was underwhelming. "This is the human diplomatic ship?" he asked, mandibles clicking with barely concealed disdain. Ambassador Krilva of the Arcturus Collective nodded, her tentacles rippling with diplomatic caution. "Yes, Chancellor. The HSS Endeavour." The human vessel was small by Council standards, perhaps 300 meters in length, with a utilitarian design that lacked the flowing aesthetic of Mrexian ships or the imposing silhouette of Vordak's dreadnoughts. Humanity had only discovered faster-than-light travel 40 years ago, making them newcomers to the galactic stage. "They request full membership status," Krilva continued. Zex Torol made a guttural sound of amusement. "A primitive species, barely out of their gravity well? They have no fleets, no significant colonial presence, and rudimentary technology. Observer status is already generous." The council chamber, filled as representatives from 50 species, took their positions. The human delegation, 5 individuals in simple blue uniforms, entered last. Their leader, a woman with dark skin and silver-streaked hair, approached the central podium. "Commander Amara Chen of Earth," she introduced herself, representing the United Earth government. Zex Torol raised himself to his full 3-meter height. "Commander Chen, the Council has reviewed your petition for full membership status. Given humanity's limited interstellar presence and technological development, we must decline. Observer status remains appropriate for—" "With respect, Chancellor," Chen interrupted, "humanity's contribution to galactic security would be substantial." Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The Vordak's representative, General K. Thark, laughed openly, a harsh, grating sound. "Security?" K. Thark said. "The Vordak's empire maintains 8,000 warships. The Mrexian Confederacy, 6,000. The humans possess—" "What? 30 exploration vessels?" Chen smiled slightly. "Our fleet composition is different. Perhaps a demonstration would be more efficient than explanation." She touched a small device on her wrist. "Captain Okafor, you're cleared to proceed." Seconds passed in silence. Then, alarms blared throughout the station. The massive view screen displaying space around the council station flickered as sensors attempted to interpret incomprehensible data. "What is happening?" Zex Torol demanded of his technical staff. The chief sensor officer, a Mrexian with legendary analytical abilities, stared at her displays in confusion. "Chancellor, we're detecting distortions, hundreds of them, surrounding the station. They're everywhere, but they don't exist." The view screen stabilized to show empty space, and then suddenly, it wasn't empty. 7 massive vessels had appeared, surrounding the council station. Each was at least 2 kilometers long, with a design unlike anything the council races had seen, matty black surfaces that seemed to absorb rather than reflect light, with strange geometries that hurt the eye when viewed too long. "Dark matter manipulation," Chen explained calmly as the council chamber erupted in chaos. "Our warships exist partially outside normal spacetime. Your sensors can't detect them until we want them to." Zex Torol stared at the human in shock. "Impossible. Dark matter cannot be manipulated at that scale. We discovered the key to dark matter manipulation 15 years ago," Chen said. "We've been building this fleet ever since." General K. Thark had gone rigid. "How? How many of these vessels does Earth possess?" "The Phantom Fleet currently stands at 300 capital ships and approximately 2,000 support vessels," Chen replied. "All with the same phase-shifting capabilities." The chamber fell silent. "To be clear," Chen continued, "this is not a threat. Earth has no imperial ambitions. But we exist in a dangerous galaxy, and we believe in negotiating from a position of strength." She gestured to the view screen, where the massive human vessels maintained their position around the station. The Phantom Fleet could have appeared inside your defensive perimeter at any time, without warning. Instead, we chose transparency. Zextoral's political mind raced through the implications. A species that could move undetected through any defense, strike without warning, and vanish again. As allies, they would be invaluable. As enemies, perhaps, he said carefully, the Council should reconsider Earth's petition for full membership. Chen nodded. That would be appreciated, Chancellor. As the human delegation was escorted to private chambers for the Emergency Council deliberation, General K. Thak approached Chen. These ships, he growled quietly. Have they always been there? Watching? Chen's expression remained neutral, but her eyes held a glint of amusement. That, she replied, is an interesting question. The Vordax general stared at her for a long moment, then slowly backed away, suddenly concerned about what might be lurking, unseen, in the darkness between stars.